Hey guys, Mr. Dalek JD here, and this is what you guys have been waiting for. The Black Ops 2 Apocalypse Map Pack 4 trailer is finally here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to play you the trailer in full, and then afterwards we're going to go in depth in Origins, our brand new Zombies map. So for the final DLC and for our final zombie map, we're just going to go out with an incredible bang. Be sure to smash that like button. Let's get straight to it.
DLC 4 represents the last DLC pack for Black Ops 2, so we thought we'd go out with a bang.
Here we are. This is the end, my friend. This is everywhere we've been. This is everything we've learned with you. And this is what we're doing to celebrate that experience. We go back to where it started, explaining how and where we got to some of these places. We do this through 4 very special MP maps: Pod, Frost, Dig, and Takeoff, and an entirely new Zombies experience that we call Origins. Pod takes us to this awesome concept of a failed utopian village, and that's where your combat experience is. I love what I termed pod hopping. You're literally jumping from interior space that's pretty small and contained to another one, taking people out along the way as you cross this failed utopian village. You've got this amazing, clear-cut, small, medium, long-range engagements as you fight in, through, and around the pods. Frost takes place in Amsterdam. It's just been through a bit of a snowstorm. We split the map down the middle. There's a bridge over a frozen river, and we're having this pretty epic fight across the bridge and underneath it. You're using boats as cover. You're dodging and weaving, but you can just run across the river and get in their face. Takeoff brings us back to the fan favorite stadium. Let us make sure we give you a new vibe, a new atmosphere, a new look, a new theme. Takeoff's got this pretty ambitious idea about a rocket launch facility that's floating out in the ocean, but that layout, those flanking paths, those routes, those are gonna seem quite familiar to you. We're gonna take a map and give them a way to love it in all new ways. Dig explores an archaeological site that is being excavated, and we pay homage to an MP map that we had in our game Call of Duty World at War, Courtyard. But also, Dig is its own map, with its own lanes, its own battles, and its own experiences. And Dig gives us this opportunity to give back to the fans. Dig is one of my favorite maps of all time.
Origins is exactly what it says on the tin. We're going back to the very moment where the 4 heroes meet for the first time. Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo, and of course, Richthofen. This is not for the faint-hearted. These characters are meeting surrounded by the horrors of war. We have a larger scale than we've ever done before, further enhanced by dynamic weather from rain, fog rolling in, snow falling. In true zombie style, our World War I has a thematic twist: diesel punk. The map features 2 new era-specific weapons: the MG08 machine gun, wow, and a new starting pistol for the first time, which is the Mauser. Both have been given the diesel punk kind of aesthetic. We've introduced the zombie tank. This is a defendable platform that will move around the map, which you can use to fighting off the zombie hordes, and also possibly discover some Easter eggs along the way. Oh, by the way, did I mention the giant robots? We have 1,000-foot mechanical giants striding across the landscape. That gives a verticality and scale that we've never seen before in zombies. It also provides hazards or opportunities for the skilled player. This zombies map really has to be seen to be believed.
The fans who've been with us for a very long time are really going to appreciate what this pack is about.
DLC 4 represents the culmination of all our experience over time, and this really is a roller coaster of a map pack.
Apocalypse will be available on August 27th, first on Xbox Live.
Okay, so to kick things off, at the very start of the trailer they showed this for a little bit. It shows some promotional material, maybe some concept artwork for the map, but to the left they have an image of what looks like a perk machine as well as a character model and potentially the robot model. Again, that's just a little hint at what perk we may be getting. It's really hard to tell and work that out, but it's just there, it's nice. So our very first look at the zombie map, we get this flying zombie coming down from the sky in what looks like a robotic suit with a jetpack on behind it. I'm not too sure if this is going to be a sort of boss zombie that you'll have every few rounds, or it's just a normal zombie in a suit, but either way, it's really cool. And look at the eye color, cool. So here we have our original crew of characters, although they are 40 years younger, so they look a lot different. And I'm just astonished, Richtofen is unrecognizable. He looks so different. And with this image, we get a new weapon that's already in Black Ops 2 multiplayer, which is the Ballista, shown here by good old Nikolai. So as you can see there, Nikolai is holding the Ballista, so we may be getting some more sniper action. There could be some high points where we can snipe the zombies down from the trenches. Be awesome. Now this is Dempsey and he seems to be wielding a new weapon as well, and we'll get onto that in the video, but yeah, with hair he looks a lot different. Here we have Takeo and he is holding the infamous MP40 from World at War, which is really awesome that we're getting MP40 back in this game. There's a sign to his right which says laboratory. There could be, you know, testing element 115 going on in there. It seems really interesting and I'm sure we'll have fun in there. And finally, we have our favourite Edward Richtofen holding the new Mauser pistol, which you spawn with at the start of the game, which is epic. And something to bear in mind is that image in the background on top of that building. There is a weird purple spiral that is not just there for coincidence, and this is repeated many times throughout this trailer. Now throughout this map we're seeing a common theme of a lot of different robotics, and the map is described as having a diesel punk theme, and if you don't know what diesel punk means, it's to describe a fantasy society with an industrial level of development informed by cyberpunk sensibilities. The diesel punk is an alternate history environment in which the most important aspect of society is diesel fuel and the machinery that depends upon it. So I'm not too sure how that fits in with the storyline, but be sure to leave your suggestions down below. But anyway, let's get into the brand new weapon. So here we have the new MG08 machine gun, and as you saw from the footage, it takes down the zombies very quickly. Something also to note in the background is, again, the same image that we had with Edward showing the Mauser pistol. We see this again, this recurring image of this, like, looks like an aerial with like purple swirling around it. There's got to be something that means something towards that. Either there's areas which have to be linked up through this way, or it could be something Easter egg related, who knows. Here we have the new Mauser pistol as we've seen being shown by Edward, and again this weapon is the pistol you start with when you first spawn, which is interesting because we've never had a different spawn pistol really, and this matches the image that we got a week ago of the Mauser pistol blueprint that Max has created, so that's really nice. It's good to see it. Now here we get a shot of the zombies walking along what they call no man's land, which is the area between two different trenches. Now of course you'd have one side on one trench, one side of the other, and if one decided to peep up or go onto no man's land to go over to the other trench, what would normally happen is you'd get gunned down straight away because you're an obvious target. Now the zombies are walking on it like it's nothing, so I'm not sure if they're relating that as in if you walk on here you'll die for some reason, but there is a way to get around, and yeah, it's a massive tank. So to get around the map, you may want to take this huge tank. Now bear in mind, if you look in the top left, you can see again that weird purple swirly thing. But as you can see, the tank is quite slow, as you'd expect from a tank, but it does seem like a very kind of stable vehicle to use. Of course, zombies can attack it, and they are running towards it, very similar to how they do in Transit, but I believe that the tank will be a very good way to go, and there may be some sort of way to customize the tank to make it a bit more strong, just again like the bus. And here we have the most surprising thing of the whole zombie map, the 1,000-foot giant metal robot. And I think that this robot will be, you know, walking about the map throughout your entire time playing. It is 1,000 foot, so you need to really picture in your head like how huge that is compared to the map. Now, in my head, I think this might act as a sort of boss, where maybe if you're in the no man's land section and you're out there for too long, perhaps what it could do is it could like try and kill you, like we've seen in the Origins trailer. There has to be a reason why it attacked us there. And look at its arms and legs, it is just ginormous. Now, I've seen a few comments from people saying that maybe Pack-a-Punch may be inside it, or we may be able to get inside it and control it in some way. How insane does that sound? It is as crazy as it sounds. How would we be able to get inside this 1,000-foot giant and control it? I've got no idea, but the robot has to have something to do with the Easter egg, as the robot kind of is an Easter egg already. But I'm sure as we're, slaying the zombies and going for the high rounds with our friends, we don't exactly want this huge robot to be interfering and trying to kill us. So maybe there might be a way to take it down. Maybe, all the planes flying around in the sky may have something to do with anything. But I don't know. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. The giant is rising, it's there, and I'm just so excited. In this little shot of the giant, we see what looks to be maybe the mystery box to the left, and we see an interesting bolt of lightning by the looks of things, all the purple light, maybe it's connecting to it. I don't know, it's very weird. There's a lot of lights going on, and there's a lot of different weather effects going on in this map as well, which looks awesome. We have a mix of snow, we have a mix of fog, and we have a mix of rain, which is going to make this map so much more eerier. And then towards the end, we get another shot of our little zombie boss friend that we saw at the start, and this time his eyes don't have any colour in it. So either this is just a special zombie and it's really nothing at all that's important, or it could just be one of the zombie bosses, because in the promotional art we don't just see the main giant, we see what looks like two other smaller robots as well, so I have really no idea. And then at the end here we get a shot of another zombie, and the background of this like area that the zombie's in looks really interesting. Some people say it looks a bit like Nakden Toten. I'm not going to say it is for sure, but it does have some weird resemblance. So there we go guys, that was my breakdown of the Black Ops 2 Map Pack 4 Apocalypse map pack trailer, showing you guys the zombies map origins and going into a lot of detail. As you saw, the church is one of the playable areas, as you just seen back there, and there's a lot of other playable areas I'm sure which we haven't seen in the trailer. So this map is going to be pretty damn big, especially if we're going to need a tank to go around it. Now, looking at the weather, there's going to be a few comments of people going, oh no, fog's back. Don't worry, it's a mix of snow, rain and fog, and it's sweeping fog, so that the fog will be in certain places and then it will move over to other places. So it will not be the same as Transit's fog. I doubt Treyarch would do that, and if they did, I would never forgive them. But the setting is amazing, it seems very eerie, it just looks like the perfect zombie map for us to end off with, and it's quite sad that this is the last map as well, but I'm sure it's going to go with an absolute bang, and it's going to be one that we will be playing for many years to come. If you enjoyed my breakdown, then be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Leave your thoughts below of the zombie map in the comments section. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel, where I'll be bringing you all the content you'll ever need for zombies on August 27th when this releases first on Xbox Live. I'm going to be bringing you everything, including every single Easter egg that was, hinted and that there is going to be in this map. I'm so pumped, and I hope you're ready for the adventure. Whilst we wait for the map pack, be sure to go in the description and follow me on Twitter and Facebook to stay updated with any brand new information before it's here on my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys very, very soon.